cried the whole way into work. Don't look at me. Oh my God. Stop, y'all. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's so colorful.
Surprise number one.
I've literally been crying all morning. I love you. I love you. It feels like a mix of excitement, sadness, exhaustion over doing mornings for 20 years. You know, it's funny how you look back on your life and in these moments when you're approaching such a big change. And I think about when I was in theater in high school and how I won the award most likely to be a talk show host. And I remember being so mad. I was like, I'm not gonna be a talk show host. I'm gonna be an actress. And sure enough, here I am, a talk show host for most of my life. Just don't make me look like crap. I went into college majoring in acting at the University of Arizona, and I didn't love it. You know, I don't want to go to Hollywood and try my hand at acting while working waitressing jobs. That was not my dream. Gotta get the bangs right. My grandfather was a journalist. He was a writer for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And so I always, even though he was not ever alive when I was alive, I always had this like connection with him, and I never could really explain it because I didn't know him. But he was a journalist, he was a novelist. He had a best-selling New York Times novel called Give Us This Valley. And so I just thought, I'm gonna try journalism. Stack the pillows, okay? It's a process. And then you gotta
This pillow might be as old as the station.
You kinda gotta fluff them up. You gotta pull the chair all the way up because John Becker, or I think it's John, lowers it.
What do you think? You gotta hop in because you're super short.
And then I gotta like wedge myself in here and then like squeeze myself up. It's quite an ordeal. And so I wanted to be a fashion journalist. Then kind of throughout my college career, I got an internship at the local TV station in Tucson, KVOA. I went out with reporters and loved it. I loved the visual aspect of it. I loved seeing the reporters in action, the live shots. I was like, this is what I want to do.
And it's a bittersweet day as we say goodbye to Abby Ham.
Abby! I left you a little something that's below your feet right now. Just a little surprise from JB. A couple things that may help you get you through in the coming days.
Oh my gosh, this is making me laugh. And there's dust bunnies all over it.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, Java and tequila.
Exactly what you're gonna need.
Got some interviews, some horrible interviews too. They were like, made me feel like I was so incompetent and not ready for this career, but I ended up getting hired at WTAP in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Good evening, everyone. In health news tonight, every year millions of Americans injure a joint or break a bone.
I did not know what to expect, and I was hired to produce a newscast, anchor a newscast, shoot my own video, edit my own video, write my own scripts. It was crazy. It was like a one-man band show. Everything in that first job was the most valuable learning tools. It was like an extension of college. I made no money. I was absolutely broke. I could not even afford like TV clothes. And that's how it starts in TV, these small markets. I think at the time it was a market 189, so it was real small, like almost one of the smallest.
Abby Ham, WTAP News, Syracuse Village.
Talk about the journey to BIR for the first time.
Well, I stalked the news director. At the time it was Bill Shorey, and I would send him my emails and I would send him my resume tapes and be like, give me feedback. And he, like, I laugh, he was so blunt with me. I remember meeting with him for the first time and him saying, if I put you on mute, you look so boring to watch. You don't even move your eyebrows or you have no facial expressions. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, and you raise your voice an octave. Like, why are you raising your voice when you talk? And I was like, okay. So I would go back and I would fix it. And then I would come back and be like, okay, how do I look now? And finally, on probably the second or third meeting, he was like, you're ready. And I want to hire you as the weekend anchor.
Welcome to WBIR Television.
My parents moved to Knoxville when I was in college because they wanted to be back in the Southeast, but not in Atlanta because it was so big. So they came to Knoxville. So I would visit in the summers and I just loved it here and fell in love with the city. So I thought maybe at some point I would get here on my news journey.
Some stores opened up early at 6 o'clock this morning, and tomorrow they're starting all over again and opening up at 5. In Sevierville, I'm Abby Ham, 10 News.
Young Abby Ham with that terrible haircut and all the hope in the world. You know, it was such an honor to be here, truly. I was amazed. At the time, Bill Williams was anchoring with Robin, and to be with the two of them in the same newsroom was like a dream. I just couldn't believe I could be around such distinguished journalists. It felt real. You know, that's when it really felt like maybe I am a journalist.
Now family members are trying to get the remains re-exhumed to find out who they've been bringing flowers to for the past 2 decades.
That weekend shift, I was only on it for 3 months. And then Michelle Silva left, and I was put onto mornings, which was amazing. It was with Mike Witcher and Ben Singer at the time. And they were awesome and so welcoming and became my great friends. I was so excited to anchor mornings, but I had no idea what was ahead of me and that I'd be doing it for 20 years.
You guys have welcomed me so much wherever I'm supposed to look right now here into your homes, and I just really appreciate that. I can't even tell you how much this community means to me, and I'm really going to miss it, obviously, because I'm starting to cry.
A year and a half into me being here, I got a call from corporate that they were hiring a morning anchor at WKYC in Cleveland. I was 26 at the time. It was a big job, market 17, you know, a morning anchor. I was like, this is a big job.
Abby Ham. She's a sweetheart of an anchor.
I hated the winters, loved the people in the community, hated the winters. So I was ready to come back.
Join me Monday morning when I get back to work on 10 News Today.
And it all worked out the way it should have, because I couldn't be more honored to be in this spot today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think the mornings are special because you are getting up with people, they're in their morning routine. It's very personal when you have coffee with someone. And I think it's a very personal experience when you have coffee with the same person for so long. And I think that's one of the amazing things about having these relationships with these viewers. Like, how lucky am I to be able to wake them up, to be able to have coffee with them? And I think it creates a special connection.
Every morning on 10 News Today, Abby Ham and Russell Biven team up to give East Tennessee the best look at the day ahead.
I had such amazing co-anchors over the years, but Russell and I had a really special, unique connection, and we both have the same crazy sense of humor. And I think it was those moments when we first sat at the news desk together, when I came back from Cleveland, that I was like, this is where I belong. And with Mike too. Mike, you know, a dear friend of mine, and he was still there, and the three of us had a special chemistry. And I have had plenty of chemistry since. Moira Kay, Heather, Brandon. I mean, I have had amazing co-anchors who are my dearest friends, but I think it was that moment that I knew I belong here.
There is nothing better than the energy outside of Charles Schwab Field right now. The game just ended, and we won it 4-1.
When we covered the national championship for the baseball team, that was one of the best stories I've ever been a part of. I think about William being my bodyguard, my photographer, during Rocco's Jello shot, live shot, which is one of the hardest live shots I've ever done.
I can't take this.
It was so hot. It was roasting. There were a lot of intoxicated people all around us. I think a guy was trying to give me a kiss for his TikTok, and William literally saved me during that. So we've had a lot of moments, but that national championship win, the energy, the fun, the excitement, we were bringing home a national championship, that was like nothing I've ever covered.
I can't even explain to you what it feels like being here right now. Just absolutely emotional, touching for people. I mean, this is the first time it's ever happened for the Vols, and you can feel that history being made.
Definitely one of the most impactful stories I did was interviewing a mom who lost her child in the Covenant school shooting in Nashville.
I'm so sorry.
Boy, I cried through that whole interview because I'm a mom. We had kids the same age, and it absolutely broke my heart. So one of the most touching stories I've ever done was that. We ended that interview embracing in a hug, and we still talk to this day.
I told you I was going to
Thank you.
Thank you so much for helping.
We are here in Biltmore Village, where you can hear the emergency helicopters overhead bringing necessary aid to the people of Asheville.
One of the most impactful stories in my life was Hurricane Helene, and going into Western North Carolina in the days after that storm and seeing so much destruction, so much tragedy, and so much emotion. Nothing will ever top that. It's so hard. I mean, because we're human beings and we feel deeply for these people in these horrible circumstances. I always say in news, you're with people in their darkest hour or their most celebratory hour.
What a day this is for this sweet local family. They get the keys to their brand new home.
There are so many wonderful causes in this community that I care about. I've been able to MC so many events throughout the years. I've been able to get deeper with some of these organizations, being on boards or volunteering on a regular basis, and how lucky to be able to have influence in the community to inspire people to give back to their community. Imagination Library, Habitat for Humanity, Friends of Tennessee's Babies with Special Needs. I've recently gotten involved with Relationship Builders. These are some of the integral ones in my time. I have been inspired by these causes, and that has then inspired me to go out into the community and do outreach, which has truly been a gift.
We're matching. Look at us.
I actually met my husband here at WBIR. Travis came in to interview for a segment with a woman that he was working with at the time, Diana Warner.
Mommy.
Yes.
And he and I started talking just offset. And I just thought he was so funny and fun and good energy. Well, so before we started dating, I remember saying to you, I've got this story with this guy who started this Instagram account called Bros Being Basic. It has like 1 million followers. It's hilarious. It's basically guys making fun of what girls do on Instagram, influencers and stuff. And he had started that with a partner that he was working with at the time. And I remember us doing a story with him. This Knoxville guy starts this viral Instagram account. Like, this will be a fun story. And so before we started dating, I did that story with him. And now here he is. He's my bro. And he's still basic. No, I'm just kidding.
Do I have time? Do I have 30 seconds? I have 30 seconds. Look at you. I love you.
I'm feeling so touched by the community and how they've responded. They've been with me through so many hairstyles. Bless them. I mean, it's been a journey in and of itself. God bless the viewers for having to go on that hair journey with me.
What are you doing there? Who even knows?
I've learned everything about myself through the whole news experience. I mean, I started as literally a child. And when you do something for this long, you truly grow up as a person, you learn things, you experience things, you make mistakes.
My girls, come here and give me a hug.
I just hope that the young journalists in this building know that I love them and support them. I am a big supporter of young journalists. I'm a big supporter of strong female journalists because I was there. And I try to help and mentor as much as I can, as much as time allows. That's the best part of the job.
What has truly touched me is all of the viewer comments over the years about how much they love the friendship that we share on this show. They saw the joy that we shared every day. And they loved it. Right along with us, this is so hard. I don't know why I'm talking to this camera because you're sitting right there.
Gosh, I just still feel like that 25-year-old kid who came here like full of hope and joy and drive. I still feel like her, you know? I look back and I'm like, here I am, I've been here. I've been in this business 23 years, and I think I still have that same spirit. You know, I still feel young. I still feel naive. I still feel like it's just little old me, but like I've grown up. Man, I'm excited to wrap up a career I've loved and been grateful for and appreciated at a place where I feel loved and supported, truly. So I am happy about that, and I'm happy that I get to sleep.
Hi, I'm your mom. I've been a real big mess for a long time.
I would not change a thing about my career. I have been grateful to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. I never want to leave again. I love this town. I love this community. I love the people, everything about it. I never want to leave Knoxville, and I'm not from here. I've lived here now 20 years, but this area has been a true gift to me and my family. I have 3 beautiful kids who love it here. I have a husband, my family who's here. I mean, this place is rich in my life, and I am very blessed to be in Knoxville.
For the last time, have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I love you, and I'll miss you.